Okay, so someone reached out to me yesterday and asked, hey, would it be possible to open links within Google Apps itself or within Google Sheets itself? And Google recently kind of implemented this, which is nice, right? But I do understand that it would be nice to just be able to page through your links and your spreadsheets. So I started putting a little bit of something together last night, but it needs work. So, well, it just failed, and I know why it failed. So let's dive in, take a look. All right. So the reason it failed here is because I'm trying to pass in some data into the HTML. So it will work now that I've removed that, or it should anyway. Yeah, so it's great, right? I've got this one link that I've viewed. However, I want to be able to page through these links. So I need to be able to embed JavaScript in this. And pretty sure it's going to be possible, but it's going to be a really tedious task. So let's give it a shot, see what we can do. First things first, let's make sure that I can even do this. So I need it to make sure that it's pulling out the link from what I've returned here. And once we've tested that, I'll walk through how the code works as it is right now. Cool, so yeah. All right, so as it is right now, when you open this open page, that fires this, which fires this, which fires get links and columns function, which down here grabs the spreadsheet that we're viewing and gets the table, finds the links within it, returns back those links as a excuse me, returns back those links as an array that kind of maps out the table information. So let me run this and you can kind of see what that output looks like. Oops, I'm just logging the one cell. Let's log the full return. And so here you'll see an array of objects, right? So the object has the header for that column, and or the column that the link is in, the row index, so where it's placed at in the sheet. In this case, it's over here. The column index, and then what's in the cell itself, right? So then that's handy because we may want to, perform some action on that cell based on what we've viewed in the link. I don't know. We'll get to that, but I just wanted to set it up that way to begin with in case I decided I wanted to go down that path. All right, so then back up here, we need to figure out how to embed some information in the header. So let's give that some thought. First thing, I'm going to change this to a different type of string so that I can work with multi-line. Let's make sure that works. It should, but let's confirm. Cool. And let's break it down into multiple lines and make sure that works. It does. Good. All right. So I believe the trouble I'm having is there's some automatic stuff that happens in the browser with this conversion up here that is not happening in this method that I'm using here in AppScript. So I need to do it manually, and I've got to think about what information is in this table. So I'm pretty sure it's the quotes that are killing it. So we need to fix that somehow. So I think the best way to do that would be to probably take the table like this, stringify it, and then replace the quotes with like or URL or URI encode them maybe. But let's do that down here so that we can get a view as to what it might look like. So here I'm going to say stringify. Let's just look at what it looks like when it's stringified. I'm pretty sure I know, but let's confirm. All right, yeah. So we get quotes on either side, and that's what's causing our problem. But we can fix that. Although I think doing the URI encode is going to mess me up because of the the URIs that are here existing. So let's just change it to what we would expect anyway, and say replace quotes with what is it? I think this is it, right? Let's double check. Yep, it is. Cool. All right, so let's run that, see how that looks. Yeah, that works. I just need to make that a global replace. That'll do. So up here, we'll drop that in, and then let's try dropping this in like so. Oh, oops. I forgot we're using. Should be able to do this. Yeah, all right. Cool, cool, cool. So that solved our immediate issue. Now we need to write some JavaScript within this. So let's see if we can embed the script tag up top without causing any issues. And we'll just do something simple like console log. We'll log this and see what happens. although that's not going to, let's just say test. Yeah. All right. All right, so we did get the test log, so we do know how that's working. Very good. All right. Okay. Oh, let's write some functions. Function. Next page. And we'll say parent or header equals this dot parent element, and then we will say I guess I want to know the initial index, so I'll say yeah, let's do this for now. That equals header get attribute that replace. I always do this. All right. And we will replace the HTML entity back to a quote, and then we should be able to parse it. And then just let's, for now, console log this, and I need another function. And I want a function to do the initial the initialization of some other stuff. So I'm going to say function init paging. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to attach the listeners this way rather than attaching them within the HTML itself. I feel like this is a better way to do it if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've done this kind of whatever you want to call it. All right, so Let's just try it like this for now. See what happens. And cursor, pointer. All right, let's give it a go. And that's a negative. So let's try something else. Down here, we'll say on click. I think this is how it works. I don't know. Cannot get attribute of undefined. Okay. Let's just console. Oh, I mean, it is doing something, so let's just not even worry about that and give it a specific ID, right? So we'll say header, page, header, view. That should be fine. And then instead of doing that, we'll say document get element by ID. Oops. And let's try this again. There we go. All right, we are in business. We are in fucking business. Hell yeah. All right. Maybe, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I ran into this issue as I was thinking about it last night, which is why I stopped working on it. I don't know how I'm going to get the next page. Oh, boy. Because I can't do a fetch from within, or at least I don't think I can. Yeah, I'd have a cores issue, I'm sure of it. Well, let's look up. Maybe somebody has a solution for this. Don't suspend the server-side script while they're open. Dialogues and sidebars for editor add-ons. Dialogues Windows creates blah blah blah. Sidebar. Yeah. Don't dialogues. file open. For some additional Picker API. What? Come on. Oh, I forgot about script run. Hell yeah. Yep. Can make asynchronous calls using Google Script Run. I forgot about this. I knew I'd done something like this in the past. Yeah. How does the callback on that work, though? I've got some code laying around here somewhere that I know does this already, so let me see if I can find it. Okay, let's see what we've got. This might. Nope, that's not it. This might be it. Views. Yeah. All right. Just trying to remember what the best way to do this is. 'Cause I've worked this out before, and I don't want to have to rethink through all of this. But it was probably a year ago that I was working on this last, at least. Here we go, I think. All right, so back here. Yeah, so back here, let's take what we'll do is say next page will trigger this Google script with success handler, which will then call some stuff in the background that we need. Right? And I don't know. So I'll need to write another function. page panel function pager panel, I guess, something like that. And then really it'll just be the same stuff. Damn. Actually, it should be the exact same thing. I'll just have to write a slightly different version. Yeah, so let's finish this, and then, yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm just going to call that data for now. And next page, I guess is what I'll put in there for now. And then here, do I need to do anything? Oh, I can make this, I should have thought through this more last night. Should be able to make this dynamically change the page content. I think. Maybe. How do I know which page I'm on? Well, let's just do some cleaning while I'm thinking. Oh, shit. That's not the kind of cleaning I want to do. So I guess I'm just going to duplicate this whole thing for now, because I guess I'm not awake yet, because my mind is not really, my brain thing isn't doing the thinky stuff yet. So let's just duplicate. And then here, let's see, link table. I think what I can do is say link table, and then current index is going to be 0 on this. All right. And then when I pass this through, I'm going to pass that through, right? And then I'll do the same thing here. But the difference will be that instead of fuck. Let's do it down here. Current index we will get from here. And we'll call this link table. And here yeah, I needed to do it that way anyway. All right, and let's see. And then when I make the get links in column request, when I run it the first time on page panel, I'm going to give it a 0 index, but when I run it on subsequent pagers, I will do so by getting the data and the current index plus 1. And then everything else should be able to stay the same, except for this needs to change. This here needs to change to, well, there it's fine to be 0. Well, no, I can't actually, because link table is no longer that, so it'll be, oh boy. table, link table. Probably should have done that a little differently, but whatever. We'll clean it up once we get it working. All right, and then here the same thing will be current index plus 1. And so when we get that back, it'll give us the correct index there. And then down here, I can call it by saying this, and then data current index plus 1. Right? That should work. And then in the page panel, I'm calling myself again here, which hopefully doesn't cause issues. What data am I passing through? Is I have no idea if this is gonna, let's see what happens. This is well, it didn't break. That's a good sign. Holy shit. Wow. Damn, that works. Hell yeah. I was not expecting that to work. Well, I'll be a programmer. All right, this should be failing now. There's not anything else left. Yeah, there we go. Pager at 71. And at 71, it's saying, yo, what are you talking about? We don't have anything to fetch here. So, cool. That worked. Now, let's get these views cleaned up. So here in the header view, I want to show the link that we're viewing presently, right? So let's do that. We can do that by saying that. And then same thing here, but the difference would be that we are going to ask for the we want this, right? So let's try that. Yeah, that works. Doesn't look nice, but it works. So let's make it look nice. Is there any reason why I can't just, nope, there's not. So let's do this and see what happens. And get rid of this for now. Yeah, that's better to have that as the head. Interesting. It forces it to be interesting. So I kind of like that. How would I set width to be? Might need to think that through a little bit more. But here I'm going to put in, I think I want to put in the head row. Right. So I'm going to say table actually no, I don't care to do that. All right. But I do want to give this some better background here, so I'm going to say background Actually, I don't care about the background on this so much as I do on the button itself. So let's say here background will be, I don't know, we'll make it a blue. And then color, we will make white. And what do we think? We'll give this border radius of, and text align center, padding 6 pixels. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then here we're going to do the same thing, but then we will say previous. And and then I want to, go back if it's that. So let me think through how I'm sending this information through. Say data current index. All right, well then I can just say this data page. And then here I will plus page, and then I can just do -1 or +1, right? And that should be fine, right? Because I can just say 20 plus -3 equals 17. Yeah, cool. Page or panel. down here, say 1. And down here, I will say I think I've had trouble with this in the past. So I'm just going to create a separate function for this, but here I'll say 1, and then down here I'll say previous, and we'll just have 2 functions. And you know, it's a little redundant, but I'm pretty sure this does not, this doesn't, saying this doesn't work in the app script. Whatever, anyway. And then, yeah, we'll say -1. And I don't really need to be console. Well, we'll leave it for now. And then the only thing I need to do then is say here, unclick previous page, and previous or brave, and let's get our styling consistent on both. And we'll add in this on, well, no, I don't need that onClick function up here, nor do I even really need this or this. But I do want to go ahead and throw some, nah, I'm not gonna, we'll see what it looks like. All right, open page. All right, and we got our little next button that we can click, and it gives us that, which then gives us our previous button. Nice. Ooh, the only problem is when I click previous on this, I'm gonna have some problems. Well, that was weird. But let's fix some of this stuff first. So here we're having issues because of grid template columns. Pixels, 50 pixels, grid, gap, 8 pixels. Let's see what that looks like. And interesting. So the paging isn't working properly, but we'll address that in a minute. The first thing is I need to automatically trim down the link to something more manageable in the view. So we are going to change that like so by saying slice 0 to 40, which will make it to where it's never more than 40 characters long. All right, well, I don't know why my grid isn't working. Grid template columns. That was all correct. That's correct. Oh, display. I didn't say type of display. It's grid. Now that should work. There we go, that's better. Now, I'm wondering why. So where did that go then? When we went back, it went to stimulus prospects, which wasn't that the page we were on? A gathering. Okay. I don't know. Previous page -1 +1. I guess what I need to do is say I know what's happening. I think. You know. The problem is I'm. Yeah. Let's slice this at 52. So for whatever reason, that is not registering. It's just doing a push forward regardless. Which is weird. Because I'm clearly attaching it correctly there. I don't know. This is pretty good. I think I'm just going to leave out the previous thing for now. I don't really feel like messing with it. And yeah. I mean, this works. I wonder if, I'm almost positive it won't, but let's see. It shouldn't work with authenticated links, or links that require authentication, but we're going to try it anyway. Yeah, that broke. Six, 9, fetch failed. Yep. All right. Well, anyway. I think that's going to be it for this morning. So I will clean up this code a little bit, and I'll post it on my GitHub, and I'll add the link in the description of this video at some point to the to the script, so that you